Hello, welcome to today's Dev Chat with your host, Davina. I'm going to quickly talk about Alec Baldwin, that a grand jury has once again charged him with involuntary manslaughter, or did the grand jury charge him? Maybe you say returned an indictment for Alec Baldwin for involuntary manslaughter in his capacity, I guess, as producer on the film Rust, whereby the director was shot and died as a consequence of a prop gun not actually being a prop gun, being a real gun, and having live ammunition when Alec Baldwin, in his capacity as actor on the movie he was also producing, fired the gun. I would just like to say it highlights for me that guns should be treated with respect and concern, and people should exercise a significant amount of caution. And that caution has been eroded in a systemic way by the Supreme Court, conservative justices on the Supreme Court, specifically since 2008, the District of Columbia versus Heller decision. I was looking in more detail at that decision and how the plaintiffs were vetted carefully by a man who had Robert A. Levi, a senior fellow at the Cato Institute. He began vetting plaintiffs for a planned Second Amendment lawsuit to weaken the Second Amendment in terms of to make it more lax and to strip its understood relationship to militia uses, for the amendment that begins with the phrase a well-regulated militia, and to make it have civilian applications that do not pertain to the actual text of the Second Amendment and the actual intentions of the framers who wrote the Second Amendment, which you can understand if you quit ignoring vital parts of the text of that particular amendment. That makes reference to bear arms, which is a military term, and references, again, at the very foreground of the amendment, a well-regulated militia. So when I think about, while I was just looking at the plaintiffs, there were various people vetted by this senior fellow from conservative think tank, the Cato Institute. There were people who felt they needed guns because they lived in high crime neighborhoods, or they'd been able to use guns to defend themselves. There are a variety of ways to defend yourself, and I can understand that you'd feel powerful if you had successfully used a gun to intimidate others. But by being a plaintiff for a court case that substantially weakened gun regulations in the United States, you have helped unleash a massive, violent, gun-centric crime on the rest of your peers, the rest of the people who live in this nation and who suffer through the elevated rates of homicide, involuntary manslaughter, child deaths, adolescent deaths, accidental deaths, and higher rates of suicide that occur because gun proliferation leads to more death, more violence. It facilitates suicide, it facilitates homicides, it facilitates accidental deaths. And it loosens the compulsions that people feel under a well-regulated system of laws to act with concern around guns, to secure them, to have them sold in a responsible, monitored fashion, to have serial numbers tracked, to jump through the hoops to show that you're prepared to be part of a well-regulated militia if you wish to acquire a weapon. So yes, I think the Alec Baldwin case just highlights that care and concern is key in relation to gun storage and gun operation and gun handling of all descriptions. So the second topic that I'd quickly like to bring up is Alina Habba, Trump's attractive female lawyer who's been violating a lot of the rules and procedures of appearing in court. And someone notes that you can all mock Alina Harper now, but if you don't go out and vote, there's a 98% chance she might be the next Attorney General. So that's a joke, but it's a joke anchored in a significant truth, which is that, yes, Trump allies, loyalists, sycophants will be appointed to powerful positions in the advent of a second Trump administration. He already appointed a variety of corrupt, incompetent naysayers, and those who had any type of conscience have since come forwards to say that Trump is a danger to the US, to the United States, to the interests of the United States, and indeed to the stability of the world order and the triumph of democracy insofar as it has got a foothold on the world stage. So that joke was from an account called Covey_93. Nice. That joke about Alina Harper, which is made more funny by its and more poignant by its veracity, that it's true that Trump would appoint someone with as little familiarity with the rules of evidence as Alina Harper to a position such as the highest law officer in the land, Attorney General. Oh, great. And the breaking news about Alina Harper is she's just filed a motion for mistrial in the E. Jean Carroll civil case that Trump's already been found liable for rape, sexually assaulting E. Jean Carroll, a woman who's now 80, but at a point earlier in the 90s when she was equally as attractive as Marla Maples in Trump's eyes, and he was found to have assaulted her in a female dressing room. So yes, the judge probably won't be happy about a motion for mistrial, but with fascism, the key to maintaining the attention and the loyalty of your supporters is to deluge them with details of a fabricated narrative. In this case, the narrative is Trump is being victimized, it's so unfair, everything is rigged and stacked, and giving their followers more reasons to overlook the evidentiary basis of all of the 91 felony indictments that he's been charged with. So that's all from me today. I'm just going to say quick bye. Thanks for watching. Thanks to any replay viewers, and hope you enjoyed this brief rundown of some topics for today. Stay safe, stay smart. No, stay smart, stay safe. Bye.